My name is Nettie Atkinson.
My name is Curtis Atkinson.
My name is Spencer Atkinson.
My name is Annie Atkinson.
I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
I feel like I'm in like a I'm a Mormon ad. This is not good.
The nickname is Mormon. It's not offensive or anything. As I started with the name, we believe it's the Church of Jesus Christ, and we believe it's his church that was reestablished in modern times. And we believe that through Joseph Smith, the Church of Jesus Christ was put in place again on the earth. Oh, I was going to say, the other thing that I would say that distinguishes us is our belief in revelation, and that you can receive inspiration from God directly. We believe that everyone should be trying to get inspiration and revelation about how to conduct their life and to help other people.
We believe that, the family is the best unit. So you should prioritize your family over basically everything.
I think there's just a pretty big network of people that are there, like always ready to support you and that are just kind of invested in your life. And I think that's kind of helpful.
My first Sunday, there was a woman in a wheelchair, and we were both new. So she had just joined the LDS church, and I had just joined that congregation. And so I went up to her and I go, I heard we're both new. We became the best of friends. For some reason, whenever I think about Louise, I start to cry so my kids laugh, so I'd go pick her up every Sunday and we'd sit together. We were really good friends, and we really supported each other through a transition. They moved her to Virginia, and she died a month later.
Misconceptions. Where to start?
We have a law of health. It's called the word of wisdom. So a lot of people focus on what we can't do, but it's not just don't drink coffee, don't smoke, don't do drugs. It's also eat tons of vegetables, limit how much meat you eat. It's a whole law of health.
Another misconception is that Mormons today practice polygamy, a man having more than one wife. That did in fact occur back in the 1800s, but that stopped then.
People think that we hate gay people. I personally have nothing against gay people. And when people say that, maybe there's individual people, but every single person in the church is different. But they've come out and said, if you think you're better than anybody because of economic status, race, sexuality, anything like that, you're wrong.
I think it's great that my kids are growing up around a lot of different people of different religions, a lot of different races, definitely more diversity than when I was where I grew up. I think sometimes there can be a misconception about women and how they're treated, although sometimes it's true. So I think it depends on who your bishop is. Some bishops are jerks to women, and I let them know it if I think they are. For my congregation, they're fantastic, they're amazing, they're fantastic, and they respect and genuinely treat all women well. So there is, though, a misconception that women are treated poorly, or I think people think that sometimes of Muslim women if they wear a hijab, or some Jewish women.
One kid slapped me because he thought I was sexist, and then I asked him why, and then he had no reason.
Teachers, every year I've had a teacher that's been Mormons are a cult, they all practice polygamy, or just will say stuff like that, and it's just very annoying.
I remember being in New York City, and we were on a photo shoot, and it was for Franklin Covey, and Franklin Covey is out of Utah. And no one knows on the shoot that I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints based in Utah, so no one knows this. And there's all these models sitting around this table, like an office table. They're supposed to be having an office meeting, and they're drinking coffee, and they're like, oh my gosh, thank goodness we're not doing this in Utah, because you can't drink coffee in Utah. And oh my gosh, everybody in Utah is so ugly. Plus they're so weird, and la 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 la. And it's just ignorance, right?
Yeah, sometimes at work, you get typecast a certain way, or people don't like you. My wife is here in San Francisco received death threats on the internet because of her, expressing her beliefs and faith. And I know other people in the Bay Area who's lost jobs and other things related to some discrimination.
So yeah, I think it's just little things, just little ignorant bits and bits. And I'm sure a lot of it I don't even know happens, right? Because people are like, oh, they're Mormon, so they maybe change the way they act, but nothing too crazy.
I've been a religious minority my whole life in all the places I've lived. I've always wanted to be viewed as me, Curtis Atkinson as a unique individual. So, have I ever considered leaving? I think you're choosing every day. It's not like a passive thing, so you are deciding every week whether you want to be committed that week.
I think you always have to question and think about it. I think if you don't, I don't know if you're really thinking it through, right?
You have to find the right sources. A lot of people get stuff wrong, and then it gets passed on, and then more people believe it, and then it gets passed on more. And then it's kind of hard to like prove that wrong once it's become such a large thing.
I think that regardless of if you're religious or not, you do kind of have something that you kind of focus on that's in the central, like it's kind of central in your life. Focusing your life on kind of having like good morality or having like a goal or purpose, I think kind of gives your life a greater purpose. And you can do that without religion, but I think that religion has helped me in that regard.
And I think if you are not willing to open yourself up to new ideas, how much confidence do you have in the ideas that you already have, right?
Yeah, would it be easier, maybe not to believe? It might be, but it's been worth it. I find it provides a lot of meaning in my life and purpose and direction and sort of a framework. You can think of it as maybe the soundtrack to your life. And for me, it's been important and helpful for me personally.